race. First one is for Greg. If you could explain the race inequity in the convictions, what information do you have when you're determining juvenile or adult court? Are you looking at their race? Are you looking at their age? Are you looking at their background? What information do you have?
Let me explain. That work now? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me explain how the process works. We made mention about it a little bit. Generally speaking, what happens is, as you know, Margie is our supervisor in our juvenile court office. We have 3 attorneys, her and 2 assistants that work out there, 2 of whom have been long career prosecutors or career juvenile attorneys. Margie's been in juvenile the whole time she's been in our office. One of our other prosecutors has been in juvenile here for about 15 years. Prior to that, she worked for DJJ. We have another attorney who's comparatively young, but he's been in the juvenile system the majority of his time. He's been probably with the office 6 or 7 years. Margie handles the intake of the cases. She reviews all the cases when they come into the office. She identifies of those individuals the ones that she feels may be appropriate to be transferred as an adult. She will then call normally me or our felony division supervisor to discuss it. When we do this, it is done by telephone. It is not done in person. I do not review the paperwork in 99% of the cases. I never know 2 things. One, I never know the individual's name. I never know the individual's race or ethnicity. What Margie will tell me is, she starts the conversation by, I have and she gives the year, 16-year-old individual who is charged with X offense. Here's his background in the system, how many times he's been arrested before, what he's been arrested for, and she will also tell me the facts of the individual case. We will then discuss it, and we will make a decision as to whether or not it should come down to adult court or whether it will stay in juvenile court. Of every case she calls me about, she usually identifies the ones that are appropriate. So the majority of them are transferred, but not all of them. We make a decision at that point as to which cases should come down. I can absolutely tell you that race is never a consideration in our decision to make a transfer. I can't tell you or give you a reason, beyond any sort of, totally believable as to why there is a high number of minorities that are transferred, but it is not based on anything within our office. And I can go back, I've been in our office for 29 years. Whenever I would look at paperwork, I would never look at the little box that says race. I would not pay attention to that. It is not part of our decision-making process. It has never been part of our decision-making process in any case, let alone in our juvenile justice cases. So that's a ballpark way that we normally transfer that.
I just want to say, everything you said at the end there about we find out about this person, we look at the evidence, I could completely 100% agree with that if that was a judge saying that. Because that judge would not just look at the evidence that came from the prosecutors. The judge would look at all of the evidence. And that's what a judicial waiver is. A judicial waiver is not a judge making a decision or any person making a decision based on just the information that the prosecutor supplies. And that's what we're asking with these bills that are coming up this year, is that the standard, maybe it has been historical, at least since sometime in the 90s when people got scared about super predators, which never came about. So we made laws making it easier for prosecutors to do that. But historical doesn't make it right. Right, to me, is a judge looking at all the facts and making a decision. To me, that's what's right.